So we'll head over to the next very important keynote that we have. So next keynote is AI-driven decision support systems in defense by Sanchita Malik. And Ms. Sanchita Malik is a computer scientist with over 3 decades of experience in defense technologies and strategic system research. So we do have a very good of us here talking about things that is happening in our defense sector, which are any order everyone understand. And she has led inter-organizational teams in design and development of complex systems to enhance operational readiness and strategic planning. Her professional work spans into technologies of deep learning, machine learning, algorithmic design, secure space communication, system design, and analysis. She has worked on multidisciplinary domains, weapon system analysis, high fidelity simulation, board gaming frameworks, cybersecurity architectures. I can go on and on and on. She's a postgraduate from erstwhile Delhi College of Engineering. And beyond this, she nurtures a vibrant creative life, very lively person. She's an avid gardener and career skill reflect her experimental lives in blending ingredients, much like integrating system components. So you have heard, and I'm probably sure you want to hear now from her. So huge round of applause for Miss Sanchita Malik and highlight
The topic of my talk is AI-driven decisions or system in defense. So, in the context of defense, ECOG concept of AI decision support system isn't new. So, it was there, was relevant 32 years ago when I joined ERA. So, my first assignment was analyzing the combat data using neural networks. So, back in those days, we didn't have open source platform. So I had to code the backpropagation algorithm which I used myself. So why do we need AI-driven decision support on criminal defense? Now to understand this, imagine you are a defense commander operating in a live environment and there are numerous threat alerts flashing across your screens from various sources, that is satellites, radars, intelligence reports, and cyber warnings. So you have mere seconds to respond, either reposition or wait. The cost of delay could be lives lost, a battle forfeited. And while a misstep could even prove even more detriment. So in today's defense landscape, challenge lies not in the absence of information, but rather in its overwhelming abundance. So this is where AI-driven decision support systems, they come into play. So these systems do not seek to replace the commanders. They analyze vast amounts of data in real time, uncovering the patterns that humans may escape, and evaluating the risks, offering actionable insights. So this allows human leaders to make quicker and more informed decisions. So now let us consider look at the essential role of AI-driven decision support systems in modern defense. Now, today's warfare is not only complex, but also data-rich, as I said earlier also. Human cognitive abilities often fall short when faced with immense volume of multi-domain data that needs to be processed quickly to maintain a strategic edge. So AI systems are crafted to facilitate quicker decisions, diminished uncertainty, and ultimately boost mission success. Consider the transformative effect when decisions are executed with heightened speed and access. So in the upcoming slides, I'm going to touch upon the primary defense domains currently leveraging AI decision support systems. So tighten your seatbelts as the following slides are packed with terminology. So AI-driven decision support systems are revolutionizing military operations across numerous domains, paving the way for smarter and safer defense strategies. So an important component of the battlefield is the command and control system, along with intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance. Over time, CNC has been powered with more four more C's: the communication, computers, cyber, and combat. Now, another critical area is multi-sensor data feed. It combines data from various sources to create a coherent picture of the battlefield, enhancing the situational awareness and decision accuracy. Network centric warfare is a modern military doctrine that uses information superiority shared through secure digital networks to enhance speed, coordination, precision, and effectiveness of military operations. Then there is cybersecurity, where both offensive and defensive AI are employed to protect and attack digital infrastructure. As warfare evolves, these capabilities become increasingly vital. Unmanned aerial vehicles, both aerial and ground, along with semi-automated forces, are transforming how missions are executed. These technologies reduce human risk and increase operational reach. So I have also worked in quite a few of them during my early years. Now let us consider how a swarm intelligence, wargaming and simulation are revolutionized in strategic planning and execution. These tools enable us to prepare for every eventuality with precision and adaptability. So let us come to C6ISR. Now, this is a military framework that integrates decision making, communication, intelligence, and combat systems into one network capable. UDARU is an inherent part of command and control which decides courses of action through deployment, weapon positioning, and strategic mission timelines. AI accelerates the observe and orient phases and allows humans to decide and act faster than the adversary. So, network-centric warfare. Network-centric warfare emphasizes the importance of proving the right information at the right place at the right time. Here are many interconnected hoodarus facilitate rapid decision making. Data is collected from a variety of sensors. Information is shared instantaneously among the different units. Commanders and units attain a shared situational awareness, enabling them to self-synchronize and coordinate independently, without waiting for directives from higher authority. Both humans and systems decide collaboratively to determine the most effective course of action. And I think Operation Sindhu saw the power of net-centric operation. So I think everybody went through Operation Sindhu in a very detailed manner. Multi-sensor data fusion is an important part of net-centric warfare. Now, which involves blending diverse data from various sensors and generating comprehensive. So net-centric warfare involves blending diverse data from various sensors to generate a comprehensive real-time perspective of the battlefield. Imagine it as assembling a complex jigsaw puzzle, where each piece originates from a different source, yet together they form a clear image. Why is this important? This integration is vital because it greatly enhances our reconnaissance capabilities. With a cohesive view, we can make faster, more informed decisions, granting us a tactical advantage over our opponent. As we continue to advance these technologies, the potential for achieving even greater operation benefits is immense. So now let's look into these cybersecurity. Cybersecurity and how AI plays its role in it. So historically, breaking a code. So in cryptography, some people know about what is cryptanalysis. So breaking a code required massive mathematical effort and specific human design models. Today, AI automates this code breaking, that is cryptanalysis, by identifying subtle patterns that humans might miss. By listening to electromagnetic emissions, power consumption, or even sound of a processor, Deep learning models can reconstruct secret keys. Today, AI-driven side channel attacks, which I think you might have heard of, can break complex ciphers like AES and RSA in minutes rather than days. While strong encryption looks like white noise, AI models, specifically transformer-based, can are being used to detect patterns and minute deviations from true randomness, helping attackers narrow down key possibilities. AI is aiding in brute force optimization. This is the main technique we use for cryptanalysis. It doesn't just guess keys randomly, it uses probabilistic analysis to prioritize the most likely key combination based on implementation flaws or behavioral data. On the flip side, developers are using AI to build more resilient systems that can defend against both classical and AI driven attacks. This smart and modern cryptographic. The modern cryptographic libraries are now routinely red teamed. Red teams means attacker T by AI agent. These agents generate thousands of attack scenarios to detect vulnerabilities, like leakage in a memory buffer before the code is even deployed. To be secure, these must be perfectly random. Random keys are required. So AI enhanced these generation algorithms are now monitor entropy. Entropy, that is the randomness sources in real time, ensuring that if a hardware sensor becomes predictable, the system immediately switches to a more chaotic source. We are seeing the rise of crypto agile systems. If an AI detects a sudden surge in a specific reflection attempt that suggests a new attack vector, it can automatically trigger a protocol update or increase the key length across the entire network, which we can call as self-healing for the all. So the bottom line is a secure system is no longer one that uses a strong algorithm. It's a system that uses defensive AI to constantly monitor and adapt its own cryptographic posture. The most critical intersection today is the post-quantum cryptography. So as we approach a quantum inflection point, which is the point where quantum computers will break RSA and ECC, AI will become the primary tool for designing new quantum-resistant algorithms. Many new PQC standards rely on lattice-based mathematics. AI is being used to optimize these algorithms so they are small and fast enough to run on mobile phones and IoT devices without draining their batteries. Adversaries are currently stealing encrypted data with the intent of using future AI-powered quantum computers to crack it, the harvest now, decrypt later style.
What is the largest has
Wargaming is a structured method of simulating conflict to analyze decisions, strategies, and outcomes before they happen in the real world. It is widely used in military defense planning, geopolitics, cybersecurity, and even business strategy. AI simulates realistic enemy behavior, learns and adapts tactics over time, avoids predictable scripted moves. AI is helping in creating synthetic battlefields, digital twins, by generating virtual terrains, forces, and logistics. It models weather, morale, fatigue, and supply chains. It enables repeated experimentation without cost and safe content of high risk scenarios. Some of my colleagues sitting here are working on these things. In military and defense simulations, semi-automated forces, often referred to as computer-generated forces, are entities in virtual environment that can act autonomously but remain under high-level supervision of human operator. The semi-stat is very important. Unlike fully autonomous systems, stat entity is like a high-level video game. Second is the advent of autonomous systems. So now there is a shift from automation to autonomy. While a robotic system follows a fixed script, autonomous system senses its surroundings, makes decisions, and adapts to change in real time. So if autonomous systems are about individual intelligence, swarm intelligence is about collective brilliance. It is a branch of AI inspired by wisdom of the crowd, seen in nature. Think of how a flock of birds or a colony of ants solves complex problems without a single leader in charge. In these systems, simple agents follow basic rules, yet their collective behavior results in sophisticated global problem solving. Coming to the future, how will the future of AI look like? Some of the cutting edge innovations on the horizon are physics augmented deep learning, which integrate physical principles with AI to create more accurate and efficient models. Solving complex problems by combining the best of both worlds. Next is human AI collaboration. This isn't about AI replacing us, but working alongside us, complementing human intuition with AI's analytical power. Quantum computing and AI is another exciting frontier. As quantum technology continues to evolve, it will significantly amplify AI's capability, opening up new possibilities in data processing and problem solving. AI governance is crucial as we advance. Establishing ethical guidelines and policies ensure that AI developments are safe, fair, and beneficial to everyone. Last but not the least, there is Super AI and Explainable AI. While Super AI represents the pinnacle of AI capability, Explainable AI focuses on transparency, ensuring we understand AI decisions, which is vital for trust and reliability in defense applications. These innovations will shape the future of defense technology, enhancing our capabilities while ensuring ethical implementation. In the end, I would like to conclude that and tell about how humanist society community can help us. So you can help us design systems which can be used in these kind of problems. AI gives intelligence to DSS, but deploying these AI models at scale requires orchestration, scalability, and resilience. So you can help us in that. Platforms like Kubernetes can make AI-powered DSS systems production-ready by handling scaling, fault tolerance, and resource handling. I guess, thank you for your patient listening, and Jai Hind.